Peace and blessings to everybody out there. This is Zen Davis, and this is another video. Um, sorry. I'm kind of late in posting videos. Um, just preoccupied. Just a lot of stuff going on, and just been sidetracked. But I haven't forgot about you guys, and You know, I hope everybody had a great New Year. I know I'm late. This is my first videos in 2020. Uh, and my New Year starting off pretty good. Um, so you know me, I like to get right into it. You know what I'm saying? And I believe the next video I was going to do was somebody asked me, how do you stay calm when provoked? How do you stay calm when provoked? And to be honest, man, there's various ways to stay calm when provoked. But it depends on your disposition. You know, are you a neurotic person? Do you have a neurotic personality? You know, um, or are you a laid back type of person? You know what I mean? So that comes into play. Do you drink excessive amounts of caffeine? Because it's going to be pretty hard to be calm when provoked if you're caffeinated. Because caffeine elicits the fight or flight response. It floods your blood with cortisol and adrenaline. So any trigger is going to set you off if you drink like 200, 300 milligrams of caffeine, you know. But in regards to me, I just I don't let stuff get to me. I don't take things personal, for one. Uh, I don't take anything personal because you never know what's going on in the provoker's life. It's 9 times out of 10, it's not nothing that you've done. You know what I mean? He might have a stressful life. He might have just broken up with his girl, uh, or she might have just broken up with her boyfriend, might have lost their job, and might have got evicted all in the same week. You know, you never know what a person's going through. They might be suffering from some type of illness, incurable illness, you know, and they just so happen at that moment to take it out on you. So I don't take anything personal, for one. For two, and I shouldn't use numbers because I'm not keeping count of all these advices that I'm throwing out there. But another thing is you have to train your mind to be calm. You have to train your mind to be calm and tranquil. It takes practice. I wasn't always calm, cool, and collected. You know, yes, I have a laid back disposition, but I wasn't always calm, cool, and collected. I got wise and I had to train myself like a Japanese samurai. Because when you start to panic or when you start to have your emotions take over, then logic is going to fly right out the window. You make mistakes when you operate on the emotional level. When all your decisions is predicated upon emotions instead of rationality, then you're going to make a wrong move because you're too emotional. You can't think clearly when you're emotional. That's why the Japanese samurai, whose life or death depended on one false move, they meditated. I study the Bushido. That's the way of the samurai. It's a code of ethics that they adhere to. The Japanese samurai is called Bushido, and I study that. And they train their minds to remain calm in any situation, no matter how adverse the situation may be, no matter how difficult or dire the circumstance, they are always even killed, no matter what. Okay? Why do you think in sports they trash talk each other? Like in basketball, Michael Jordan would trash talk, um, you know, who's somebody he used to play back? Patrick Ewing. You know, they trash talk the opponent because they're trying to get inside their head, trying to make them emotional because they know that once they get inside the opponent's head and make them emotional, then they're going to make a wrong decision. They're going to start to turn the ball over. They're going to start to have air balls. They're going to start shooting air balls. Why? Because now they're angry. They're emotional. That's in any sport, in boxing. Why do you think Muhammad Ali used to trash talk so much? Pre-fight. I float like a butterfly, I sting like a bee. He used to talk about his opponent's mom, especially Joe Frazier. And so by the time they had to fight, um, the opponent is riled up, angry, while Muhammad Ali is calm, calculated, collected. You know, so that's what you should think about. You know, you have to meditate. I meditate daily. You know, I limit caffeine. I keep a journal. I write my thoughts down in a notebook. I study stoicism. You know, a lot of people need to look up stoicism. It's focusing on things that you can control and not worrying about things that's outside of your control. You can't control other people's behavior. Only thing that you can control is how you respond to it. It's the only thing you should focus on is your response. You know, you gotta, you gotta, make sure you have a healthy diet. Because if you have a chaotic mind, then you're not going to be a calm person. I could come up to you and call you an idiot, and it's going to affect you. Whereas if you come up to me and call me an idiot, I'm going to be impervious to it. It's not going to bother me at all. I'm just going to probably just look at you and walk away. You know, why do you think there's so many YouTube trolls? Look in the comments. There's so many trolls. You upload a video. I don't get a lot of trolls, but you'll upload a video and somebody will just troll you. Talk about you. Or you leave a comment to a video and then somebody leave a comment to your comment, calling your names and saying all type of other, derogatory names and stuff like that. Why do you think they do that? Because they want a response from you. They want a reaction. And a lot of people give it to them. I be looking at the comments like, why did you respond to that dude? You just made his day. And then once you respond angrily, then they don't respond back to you, which makes you even more madder because now you want to engage in some sort of pejorative dialogue. You ready to engage in some pejorative dialogue, but now they're not reciprocating because they know that they got under their skin, which was their primary objective. You feel me? Every decision is logic with me. And you can say, man, Zen, it's kind of like a robot. No, it's not. It's the way it has to be because if you are, a lot of people just too emotional. I mean, just watch, just be observant. Look at the TV, look at the news and look at the way people react in society. People are just overly emotional. I hope I answered your question. You know what I mean? Let me ponder to make sure that I answered it correctly. I think I did. It's best to be chill. Meditate, reflect, study Bushido, the way of the Japanese samurai. So many books on the topic. Study Stoicism, study Socrates, study yourself. You know, find out your strengths and your weaknesses. Become impenetrable. I know I mispronounced that. I cannot pronounce that word. Impenetrable. Become that. All right. So I hope I answered it. This is Zen Davis. Thanks everybody for being patient. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Peace.